Hello,
Hello,
I'm John.
and I'm Drake.
Welcome to another food review with us on this channel, which
Mm-hmm.
has a name. Anyway, where are we?
Today we are at Arby's.
What are Arby's famous for?
The meats, of course.
The meats, yes. I heard that they have them.
So they say. So they say.
Today we're gonna try something new that they have for Meatoberfest,
Mm-hmm.
which is a play on words
Mm-hmm.
for Oktoberfest, which is the month October we're in.
Pretty poor play on words, if you ask me. But
You know, meat and oct,
so close.
so close. They both have T's in them.
Yeah.
But for Meatoberfest, they have a new line of sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
3, to be specific. They have a braised beef, and then they have a double beef, and they are served on a certain type of bun, right?
I thought it was just a regular looking, maybe brioche, maybe pretzel.
I think it's pretzel.
It's pretzel? What's pretzel-y?
Pretzel-y bun. See,
There you
it has
go.
the cross on it, because, you know, pretzels were originally made by, like, nuns or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be, like, some treat for good little boys at church, or something like that.
Also, pretzels, German.
Yeah.
You know.
So, what else is on here that makes it Meatober? There's a beer cheese. You know, Oktoberfest is a beer festival.
Right?
So they have a beer cheese on it. And I think there's also a mustard sauce on here.
Yes. That and looks like crispy onion straws.
So we both got the same sandwich. And the ones we got was it's called the meat stack.
Yes.
Which is another really unique name they use. Meat stack. Which basically they take the two other sandwiches, which is the braised beef and the roast beef. I think there's also corned beef.
Yes.
So there's 3 types of meat. Has these little onion straws, has the beer cheese, and it has the mustard. You can see a little glob of mustard in the middle. And this sandwich was ridiculously expensive, right? It was like
$8
for just the sandwich.
Just the sandwich.
It doesn't feel extremely heavy. I've had much heavier Arby's sandwiches.
It's not a light sandwich though. I feel like I've had Burger King burgers that are heavier than this.
Yeah.
But it's not a light sandwich for sure.
But here you can see the pink is the corned beef, the darker on the bottom is the roast beef, and then on top, I don't know if you can see, that's the braised beef.
Yeah, it's like almost like kind of pot roast looking.
So beef on beef on beef. Let's
Yep.
go ahead and give it a taste. It tastes like an Arby's roast beef sandwich.
I got an onion straw on the first bite, and that was by far the best part of that bite.
Bite cross section, super close up.
So the cross section won't give you much more than what you already saw on the sides. It's more of the same. The bite without the onion straw was much more disappointing. That onion straw really adds a lot to the sandwich.
I'm not getting much cheese flavor at all.
Mm-mm.
I taste majorly 2 things. Arby's roast beef, which, like, if you've ever had an Arby's roast beef sandwich, you know that flavor. That's just what this tastes like. And then occasionally I get some of the mustard flavor.
Yeah. I taste mustard. The bites with the onion straw, you will taste the onion straw.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
There's not a lot of onion straws, though.
no. Otherwise, I taste salt.
Yeah, very salty.
This is a very salty sandwich.
The 3 meats on here just taste the same. Just tastes like Arby's roast beef.
Yeah, honestly, as far as the cheese flavor goes, being so absent, I'd rather have their regular beef and cheddar, because I feel like that sauce and cheese combo really works. This is kind of a bland sandwich.
Yeah, it's just salty wet meat flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. The regular Arby's beef and cheddar where you get that combo of their cheddar sauce and their Arby sauce. They kind of meld together on top of the roast beef.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite thing to get at Arby's.
Yeah. I mean, the flavor of all three meats, it's the same flavor.
Mm-hmm.
The texture of all three meats, even though you have that kind of pot roast looking meat from the braised beef, and then the kind of more deli looking meat with their corned beef and regular beef, it all feels, tastes, and looks generally the same.
Yeah.
For $8, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I think the double beef was cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
I think the double beef and the braised beef were similar price, but they were cheaper than the triple stack. The triple stack they had like on a separate menu, which is weird because like it's the same line of things, but they separated it to its own section.
So I'm taking this completely out of the wrapper, which is a dangerous move to make, but
Yeah.
I think I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onion straws, and those aren't complete onion straws. Those are just, some of them are half onion straws, some of them are full. That's the best part of the sandwich.
Yeah.
And there's just not enough of it.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. So I would say, because we had some complaints on our last review saying if you didn't like it, why did you give it a 6? And I had to explain to people that just because it was like I didn't like it didn't mean that it was necessarily a bad thing that I would never eat.
Right. I mean, it's still a beef sandwich. It's still pleasant to eat.
Right.
But
it's not like I'm gonna throw it away. So I'm gonna spit it out.
But $8 is the kind of price you pay for like premium burgers at some of these places. A Five Guys burger,
right,
is comparable to what we're eating right here.
Yes, and Five Guys burgers are delicious.
Yeah, they're much better.
Yeah, and you can taste every individual piece. You
right.
can taste the beef, the cheese, the bacon, all those other toppings you put on there. They all have their place in the sandwich.
Right.
This is very monotone in flavor. That tone is not a disgusting tone. I would still eat it.
Right.
It's just, this is not necessary. The pretzel bun I don't think does anything for me either.
No, it really doesn't. It's just kind of there at this point.
Yeah. So, with that being said, when I judge something out of 10, if I give it something over 5, that typically means that I don't hate eating it.
Right.
If it's 5, it's usually like it tastes like nothing. If it's under 5, it's something that I would dislike. It's unpleasant to eat.
Yeah.
So saying that, this doesn't taste bad. It's just not special. I'm gonna give it a 6.7 out of 10.
Okay. I mean, you could even look at that kind of like a grading scale. A 67 is either going to be, in most schools, what, a D or C minus?
A D plus C minus.
D plus C minus range. That's not good.
Right.
So I'll go a little bit lower, and I'll just say a straight 6 out of 10 for this. I'm not super impressed, and honestly, if you took away the onion straws, which is such a minute part of the sandwich, I mean, it's almost like an inch thick of meat, and I just can't taste meat.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. So I think it's a bland sandwich. I think a 6 out of 10 is a fair judgment for the sandwich. Mm-hmm. That's a D-rated sandwich.
Right. And that's taking everything into consideration. The size of it, the price of it, the enjoyment factor.
Right. So
the other options on the menu.
They had a couple other new items that we don't have with us today. I know you mentioned a s'more shake.
Yeah, they had a s'more shake. I didn't feel like if I ate this whole sandwich that I could consume a s'more shake as well.
Yeah, it's a very big looking sandwich on the board. It is a big sandwich in real life, mm-hmm. But it looked even bigger on the board.
Mm-hmm. And I was expecting it to be like the Meat Mountain, which I've had before, and that thing is huge.
Yeah, I've never had that, but I've seen it. Yeah, that's about it though for me. It's not worth it.
Right, not worth it. I wouldn't suggest you try it unless you are like me and you just like trying anything that's out.
A glutton for mediocre punishment.
Exactly. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. And you'll be seeing some more between both of us.
Yep. Luckily, I'm in the area a little bit more, so maybe I'll show up another time or two.
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye. Thumbs up the video, people. Subscribe. or don't.